Hello. One of the greatest challenges that our businesses and organizations face today is how to manage the online activities of their employees. In most cases, the challenge is how to make sure that the activities of their employees online do not generate social media crisis for the organization. Invariably, what you will find is that most of the employees are already active online, very, very active. And your customers or other stakeholders also know who they are and know their relationship with the business or organization. So sometimes they don't even have to do anything, but your customers or stakeholders will engage them and then they have to comment or they find things out and then they will link it to the organization. So it's very important that you manage the online presence of your employees. The reality is that you cannot tell them how to conduct themselves online. Okay, you can't stop them from doing anything online. But what you need to do is to have a social media policy in place. And that policy spells out how their online activities are supposed to align with the interests of the organization. So that if this is done from the onset, from when they are being onboarded, or from the point where you introduce a social media policy, then it will define what they can do or what they cannot do, so that from then on, the situation will be that if they have to do anything online, it has to align with the interests of the organization. And sometimes there are sanctions for going against such guidelines. So first thing you need to do is to have a social media policy in place. An effective social media policy will define the guidelines for how staff can use social media and the kind of content they can post, the activities they can engage in. That's fine. The other part of it, which is often not talked about, is how to leverage the online presence of some of your employees. Now, what you would find is that sometimes also some of these employees have strong online presence, they have great following, and they could pass as influencers or brand ambassadors. How then do you leverage their online presence to make sure that they influence the customer relationship and they also are able to drive some conversion for the business? Because the reality is that some of these people, I'll give you an example. If somebody is a very, very good investment banker and they are known by their audience as a good investment banker, they are knowledgeable, they are go-to people, they are thought leaders. Now, ordinarily, they could go to a competitor and be signed up by the competitor as an influencer, but obviously there'll be a conflict. So why don't you leverage the influence that they have in the interest of your organization? So again, there you need to look at the employment contract of some of these identified potential influencers or brand ambassadors and look at how you can leverage their online presence and activities to drive the growth of the organization. I hope this makes sense. Thank you.